Let's talk about this new J2NF paddle from Honolulu Pickleball. It's a fully foam core build that feels a little different than what we've come to expect in this category. Most foam paddles I've played tend to lean on the stiffer side, a bit disconnected, and some are kind of one note. But the J2NF plays firmer than the softer beta models like the J2FC Plus, while still giving you real touch, a good size sweet spot, and one of the most stable hybrid frames I've tested. Honolulu Pickleball's J2 hybrid shape is somewhat legendary at this point, and in this review, I'll break down what's inside, how it performs on the court, and how it fits into the ever-evolving foam landscape. Honolulu Pickleball sent me this paddle for testing, but they had no input on this review. The J2NF is built on a fully foam core foundation. No honeycomb, no chambers, just a solid block of multi-density EVA foam. And what sets it apart is how that foam is engineered. It uses a notched perimeter foam system where structural edge foam physically interlocks with the main core. And if you've ever snapped Lego pieces together, it's kind of like that, where each segment slots into place with mechanical precision, and you can see it clearly here in the X-ray. Those evenly spaced notches aren't cosmetic. They bind the perimeter to the core and create a load-sharing structure that resists flex, fatigue, and breakdown over time. That architecture shortens the break-in period and improves long-term durability, two major weak points in earlier foam and Gen 3 style builds. According to Honolulu Pickleball, the J2NF is designed to soften only slightly over time, with surface texture expected to wear out before the structure gives way. After 15 to 20 hours on mine, I haven't seen any meaningful change, and that's exactly what's supposed to be delivered. The face uses a 3-layer CFC layup, carbon fiber, fiberglass, and a second layer of carbon fiber touching the core. This setup gives the paddle a crisp, firm response and contributes to spin performance. In my testing, it hit 2,270 RPM, good enough for the 77th percentile across all the paddles I've measured in my database. Compared directly to the J2FC Plus, a beta version with the same shape and core thickness, the J2NF plays firmer on touch shots while delivering nearly identical output on drives and volleys. This hybrid J2NF measures 16.2 inches long by 7.8 inches wide with a 5.5-inch handle and a 16mm core. The static weight on my unit is 8.03 ounces with a swing weight of 111.25 and a twist weight of 6.9. That swing weight is on the lighter end for a power-capable hybrid, which helps make this paddle fast in transition while still delivering enough mass to finish points. The handle circumference is about 4.25 inches, and the paddle uses a coarse peel-ply surface texture. I've put over 15 hours on the J2NF so far, and what stood out most is how balanced the performance feels for a paddle built entirely out of foam. Drives come off the face with a crisp, firm pop, no lag, no mushy delay. You feel the ball compress more than you feel it sink into the paddle. There's not much dwell. It's not one of those paddles where the ball feels like it's getting absorbed. Instead, the energy return is quick and direct, and it doesn't require any sort of warm-up to unlock that power. It's available right away and holds steady deep into games. Punch volleys are quick and responsive at 36.5 miles per hour. It's right in the middle of the pack for pop, but it plays faster than that number suggests because of how cleanly it rebounds. Spin is also a highlight. That gray surface and firm face give you enough grip to hit drops and rolls and top spin drives confidently. Again, that 2,270 RPM rating held up across a range of contact points. What surprised me most was how forgiving this paddle felt in transition. The sweet spot is pretty big for a hybrid, and because the paddle is firm without being stiff, it made resets and blocks feel controlled rather than reactive. There's some feedback on mishits, but it's minimal, and more importantly, it's playable. I didn't feel the need to add any tungsten to this build, and honestly, I haven't been tempted. At 111.25 swing weight and 8.03 ounces static, it plays quick enough for fast hand battles while carrying enough mass to drive the ball through the court. The stock setup feels tuned right out of the gate. For players who like to tinker, there's definitely room here to build out the perimeter, but this is one of the few paddles I've tested where I just haven't felt the urgency to touch it. If you're looking for a recommendation for a high-performing foam core paddle that's also USAP approved, The J2NF is one of my top picks. It's not just functional, it's one of the most complete paddles I've tested in this category. You get a big sweet spot, real spin, usable power, and enough control to handle resets and hand battles without needing to modify it out of the box. Compared to the J2FC Plus, the difference really comes down to feel. On drives, they're almost indistinguishable, firm, fast, and consistent. But on softer shots, the J2FC Plus plays a little more plush, with slightly more give on drops and resets. If you prefer a softer feel or already like the beta version, the FC Plus might still appeal to you. But if you want something more structured and direct that's legal for tournament play, the J2NF is a clear move. This could be a good fit for players who want an all-court paddle with good spin, without falling into extremes. And for those who care about compliance, this paddle reportedly passed certification at the max PB core limit of 0.43, so you're getting everything the rules allow right to its max. The J2NF retails for $195, which is already competitive for a paddle with this kind of engineering. But with my code MPB, you can bring that price down even further. And when you stack it up against other all-foam builds like the Carbon True Foam Genesis series, which sits at $279 retail, the price here becomes clearer. You're getting a fully formed, high-performing paddle with elite spin, solid pop, and structural durability that rivals anything else in this foam space. This isn't a budget build, but it is budget-friendly. And for players who are foam curious but hesitant about long-term durability or USAP legality, the J2NF checks both boxes. It's tournament-ready, structurally sound, and priced to compete. So that's the J2NF from Honolulu Pickleball. It's one of the most structurally sound foam paddles I've tested, and it brings legit performance without needing weight, tweaks, or disclaimers. If you're looking for something with spin, stability, and a firmer feel that seems to be holding up well, this one is worth a look. If you've tried it or if you've tested the J2FC Plus and want to compare, drop your thoughts in the comments. I read and respond to all of them. And if this review helped, a like or subscribe goes a long way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.